I finally found you. Now my life is sweet like cinnamon, like a fucking dream I'm living in. Baby, love me 'cause I'm playing on the radio.
I am the passenger, and I ride through the city backsides.
I just got home. I saw my vegan nutritionist. I went to the vegan nutritionist, second time seeing her. I have 4 sessions, and I just went grocery shopping. She gave me some cool recipes. Let me just tell you, basically, I have problems with bloating, so she is trying to balance out the good bacteria in my digestive system, and basically, I feel like the main thing is, and what she told me was that I probably have candida, and I've just been eating way too much sugar, because I have eaten sugar a lot as meals, as mono meals. Like, I'll eat a whole thing of strawberries in one sitting, I'll have 5 bananas in a smoothie and ice cream, and I was just consuming a lot of sugar. And then I would also like treat myself to little vegan like scones or donuts or whatever, just because, you know, that's just what I would do. And I always thought that like eating so much sugar was good for me, but I just digest it really quickly, and then I still want to eat more, and it's also just added to the bad bacteria, and I just have too much of that. I don't know, I can't even explain it. I have it all written down. If any of you guys know what candida is, then you kind of understand. And so anyways, I'm mostly eating greens. I'm not eating any processed sugars. I'm only eating natural sugar, and even then I eat a very small amount. I'll have like half a mango or 1 banana, and that's per day. So I'm really changing the amount of sugar that I have. Right now we're just trying to balance out everything in my system, try to get everything digesting like it used to. I'm about to order some probiotics online that she recommended. I got some vegan tomato basil marinara. She gave me this today, which was really nice. Organic whole wheat pasta. I have some red split lentils, good source of protein. I have some tricolor quinoa, and then finally I got these old-fashioned toasted rolled oats. So she has been teaching me a lot. I lost 2 pounds in a week, which I'm not really looking to lose weight. I'm just looking to stop being bloated, but obviously I'm gonna lose weight because I'm eating so much more clean now, and that's fine with me, whatever. I am just eating really healthy, and so I guess that just happens naturally. Also went to the gym last week for the first time in like since before winter, and I had a really good workout. So I'm getting back into the gym as well, just like really pumping, sweating, going hard at the gym. I'm feeling good. Like energy wise, I like have so much energy. This is showing you the energy that I have. I love using my countertops to do like little workouts, or sometimes I'll do like dips. Wait, how do I do it? Oh. I used to be able to like dip down, you know what I mean? I'll run away with you. I have a job interview tomorrow. So excited. So this is 2 cups of penne and 1 cup of broccoli, but I'm gonna add a 2nd cup of broccoli because it could definitely use some more, man. Broccoli is one of my favorite greens, but yes, this is so good.
That's what love really made me do.
Okay, I feel like I really haven't been able to connect with you because I haven't really spoken about my spirit and how I've been doing, and I'm so sleepy right now. I went to the gym for a few hours. I took a total body conditioning class. We did a lot of arms. We did butt and abs in that class. It was like 45 minutes. Made a friend. Her name is Roya, which means dream in a lot of different languages. She works for a nonprofit to help women in Brazil, in Afghanistan, and Mexico get educated, and that's really cool. and her nonprofit that she works for has already helped 9,000 women, which is incredible. And she didn't tell me the name of it, but I'll remember to ask her next time. But yeah, good workout. I just had 2 cups of kale with bread with cream cheese and scallions, vegan cream cheese obviously. Super good, and I literally feel so tired. But I just wanted to say hey because, yeah, I haven't been feeling too horrible. I've been feeling pretty good lately, but still, you know, dealing with depression, and my sadness hasn't been as severe, which is good, but I just feel kind of numb a lot of the time lately. I've been going outside a lot and trying to spend some time outside. Outdoors always makes me happy, in the grass or by trees. I just want to sleep right now. I have a really bad pimple here. That's why I'm like covering it. Also trying to push it down because it like really hurts. It's like a huge zit. I don't know where the hell this came from. I ate like some tacos. I feel like all the oil from like what I ate this past weekend just manifested into this one zit and like hurts. Anytime I get big zits like this, I push it down so it doesn't rise to the surface, but then it gets like this really red thing. But I like push on it. I put pressure on it. I don't know if that's like good or bad. Clay from 13 Reasons Why, if you've watched that show. I feel like everyone's talking about it. I feel like it wasn't that great. I talked about it on my live stream for Instagram, but I was like, it's not that amazing. But it's just a TV show. It is just for entertainment. So I'm glad that they at least like raise some awareness on like not being a jerk to people, because we need those reminders apparently not to be an asshole to people. And high school, I feel like it was really relatable for like what happens in high school. Like the stuff that happened in that show definitely happened to me during high school. Like pictures of me were sent around. Guys were like total pieces of shit and lied about hooking up with me. Guys that I hadn't even like spoken to would say that we had sex, or I told my friends that I kissed a boy and they told the whole school that I had sex with him and got pregnant. That was when I was in middle school, by the way. Then there was definitely sexual assault. 1 in every 5 women or girls will get sexually assaulted or raped before they even get to college, which is really, really scary. And I think this one school, Imani was telling me, she came over the other day, she was telling me how this one school started this thing called 13 Reasons Why I Didn't, and all the reasons why they didn't follow through with ending their lives. And I thought that was so beautiful. I literally cried when she told me that. I was like, are you serious? And then this school just became so much more conscious and aware of each other's emotions and feelings and how what they were doing were hurting other people, because people would come out with their stories and be like, look, someone in this school said something to me and I almost wanted to, but I didn't because blah, blah, blah. And so it made other people in the school, like, be a lot more empathetic and loving, and that just made me so happy. I'm so emotional. Oh my god, I'm gonna link this really good poem down below. It's a spoken word poetry video from YouTube, and I just think it's really good. It's about an eating disorder, and it's called When the Fat Girl Gets Skinny, and I just thought you guys would like it. It's just really intense, really good, really touching, maybe triggering, but it's good. I just keep thinking about something that someone told me, that there are 2 kinds of people in this world: people who control their minds and people who are controlled by their minds. I thought that was very interesting, because whenever I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done or like just following my dreams, I feel like I have to take control of my mind and my thoughts, because otherwise there will be so many things telling me why I'm not good enough or why I can't, or so many thoughts that will be taking over and confusing me and making it hard to get stuff done. But when I kind of take it over and like do what I want and act fearless and meditate and take the time to clear my head so that I have room for creative decisions and positive energy and motivation, like I really do feel like I'm controlling my mind, and it's really, really good, because it's like a cycle of me deciding I'm taking control over what I do with my life and what I do with my day and my actions and what I spend my time thinking about. But then also the more that I do that, the easier that it gets, and the more that I want to do that. So it's really, really great. And yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but there's just a lot of stuff that I like to do, as you guys know, and it's a lot to have to get done in one day. There's just a lot of different things that I'm working towards a lot. So just to prioritize the time in my real life, but then also prioritize the mental energy and motivation does take some self-discipline and some peace of mind. And I feel like just my meditation habits have really, really helped. And oh yeah, by the way, I freaking love Russell Brand. I was listening to an interview by him, and he's just so woke, and he just understands. And so many actors and singers and famous people have talked about how fame and money isn't fulfilling like you would think. And Russell Brand talked about how he said he always wanted to live the lifestyle he's living now. He thought, if I have that, I'll be so happy. Everything will be easy. And then he realized he was more miserable than ever, and that he could have been happy in the moment that he was wishing for something else. Like, he was like, I could have always been happy. I just had to decide to be. He didn't say that, but like, that's kind of what I'm saying. And this other actor was like, yeah, I just wanted this part so bad. It was a part in this movie that ended up making his whole career and was a really big deal. And then when he got the part that he wanted, he was so depressed because he had like nothing to work towards. Like, he was like, oh, well, this is it. Like, my one thing that I thought would make me happy came true, and I'm not feeling that way. Lady Gaga said stuff about that. Katy Perry, like, they're all, I think it was Jim Carrey said, I wish everyone could become rich and famous and do all the things they wanted to do so that they would realize it's not everything. I'll insert a picture of the quote right here. And I was just like, damn, these people are so true. And I've always known this. I don't know how or why, but since I was like a freshman in high school learning about the law of attraction, I was like, no, the end result isn't going to be the end all be all. Like, the journey is the most important part. The journey, the struggle, the lessons, like, that is going to be so fulfilling. And when I finally get what I want, whatever that is, like, I just know I'll be bored, and I'm not going to like wish today away thinking about tomorrow. You know, like, I always think about like, okay, I want to be financially stable. I want to have a family, kids, whatever. I want to adopt kids because I think there are too many kids without homes. And that's like just something that I want to do. And I want to live a comfortable life where I'm not worrying about money, but I also don't care to live in excess. Living comfortably, though, is like this idea and this word that just sounds good and sounds easy and sounds safe. But that's also boring. And like, when I first moved to New York, I would still be struggling to pay everything that I needed to, and I would have to like do different jobs and find different ways of saving money or making money, or I don't know. It was kind of stressful, but it was also really fun. And I just think about the times where I literally had no money and I literally couldn't even pay to get on the subway, and I just think about like how the same week that I was so stressed about money and not having any, I would sell like 20 things on Depop, and suddenly I'd have like $100 something, and I would be able to buy food and a Metro Pass and everything like that. Like, I don't know, it's just like not being on the brink of like not having enough really motivated me. And the same thing for when I was in Santa Barbara. I was like paying my own school and rent for a little bit, and it was really stressful, and I was working all the time. And I don't know, like it was really hard, but I learned so much. And then I moved in with my mom and worked full time and saved up. And then I moved in with my sister and kept working then. So I've always had jobs, and I like working hard, and I save money. I saved a lot of money when I was living with my mom because I was working full time every single day from morning to night in retail, and then I would save that money. And then after that, I worked at a restaurant in my sister's place. Yeah, I didn't have like my own room or space until a year ago. Like, for a year I was in Santa Barbara sharing a studio apartment with my roommate, and there were 2 bunk beds and a bed across from mine, and there was the kitchen and the living room were all one big room. And then after that I moved in, and my hair just looks so bad. So then after Santa Barbara, I moved in with my mom in LA, and she didn't have any furniture yet, so I was sleeping on the floor of her room while I was working. And then after that, I moved in with my sister, who lived with 4 dogs, and actually 3 dogs, a husky, a pit bull, and a teeny tiny little dog. And she was living with a roommate who had a husband and a baby, and my sister's boyfriend always came over, so I kind of slept on the couch a lot of the time. So it was almost a year where I didn't have my own bed or a door to close, and I was working my ass off, and I came to New York and I got this apartment and I closed the door behind me and I like fell to the floor and I like hugged my floor and I just felt so grateful, and I was like, wow, I've been working for this, and I got my bed. I don't know, it just like just being in this place is such a, I'm so grateful for it because I can really understand and appreciate even having a bed to sleep on and a door to close behind you. Like that, it feels so good, and I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. That doesn't really have to do with what I was saying, but basically I just wanted to share that. Like, be so grateful that you have a mattress to sleep on and hopefully like a door to close behind you. I'm a Scorpio. I really need my space. I need to like be able to hide away and break down in my own peace. But anyways, just feeling super mellow as usual, feeling kind of ugly. I'm not saying that because I want validation. I just genuinely feel a little like, who am I? Which is fine because that can happen a lot when you are just living life and on a spiritual journey. You're just like, if I'm not really myself, then what is the self? And what really matters, you know? But yeah, non-attachment is really cool, but it can also be like confusing because then you're like, well, I've always identified myself with the things I attach myself to, but it's like you're not really supposed to because those are not real. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm reading a lot of cool books. I still have to do a book collection. You guys always ask me. I just feel like there's so much that I have to read, and I want to read it all before I like tell you guys the best of the best. It'll happen eventually. Definitely have been getting lost in literature and trying to write a little bit more poetry, but like I said, I've been feeling kind of numb, and I'm just scared to delve a little bit deeper into that because I know the reason why I'm feeling the way that I do, and I always know like pretty much what's triggering stuff, but it's like I just have to wait for the feeling to pass. I can't really do anything about it, except for talk about it, but I don't feel like doing that even lately. But I'm okay, you know, I'm not severely sad, and I'm pretty stable most days. I haven't had really bad sadness lately, just like I said, pretty numb, pretty neutral. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know how I feel about this video, how you guys will feel about this video. Let me know your thoughts on my huge zit because it obviously says hello. Really random. No, it's like really painful, and I don't know, every time I get a zit like that, I literally just push on it and then it eventually like disappears. It doesn't like rise to the surface. Yeah, I'm gonna put some tamanu oil on it, let that dry, put some tea tree oil, and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. I don't think my tea tree oil or my tamanu oil has ever had to battle such a zit before, but I think it'll do good. Hey, I didn't end up ending the vlog as you can see, but my interview went really well. I wore a cute look. She complimented my shirt, and yeah, it was really good. It's not a super like crazy job or anything, but I'm not going to share it just because I feel like that's unprofessional and I don't want people like showing up to where I work and stuff like that. But it is in New York in the Lower East Side, and it has to do with sustainability and ethical clothing, which is, you know, right up my alley. So yeah, I was honestly thinking a lot about how at one point everything was so challenging. Even walking, writing, reading, speaking, at one point everything was so new, and that's what made it scary and unfamiliar and really hard. And I was reflecting on how I'm really good at interviews, like really good at job interviews, really good at communication, talking to people. And I used to be very shy. I remember the first interview that I ever had when I was 12 was for a pizza place. I was answering phones and preparing orders to be delivered. And I used to get so nervous for interviews. And I did start working very young, which was a very good thing, honestly. And now I just think about how much I aced them, and I only grew and got to this point from experience. And that's the same thing with standing up for myself. That's something that I just learned to do this year, is tell other people when they're hurting me, and be able to get rid of people or like yeah, I guess let go of people who aren't benefiting my life without ghosting them. Being able to tell people, look, you hurt me and I don't feel like letting you in again, and that's why I don't want to talk to you anymore, instead of just ghosting people and not addressing or dealing with the problem. Like, that's something that I actually just gained this year that used to give me anxiety. Like, when people would walk all over me, I would just kind of let it happen and know that it wasn't right, but I didn't feel capable of doing anything about it. Even like communication and social skills, I used to be really bad at small talk, and now I feel like I'm really good at it, and that's pretty much what happens in most of my time. Hey, how are you? What do you do? Blah, blah. But I like to, one question that I really like to ask people is if they're happy. I'm like, are you happy? Like, how are you feeling? Like, I really, really want to know how someone's doing, not just the run-of-the-mill, like, how's it going? Like, good, how about you? You know, like, I actually want to dig deeper and get to know people and see what positive change they can make in their lives, or just talk about something that just creates a fire in their eyes. You can see when someone's speaking with passion. So I really like to dig deeper in that way, and I actually like communicating with people, when back in the day it would just give me anxiety and I just didn't want to talk to anyone. And I still have those days, but those are just days where I just feel like not talking to people in general. But overall, I am comfortable communicating and socializing, and I really like that skill about myself, and I definitely used to not have it, and the only way that I got better at it was from practicing. And there's a YouTube channel called Simple Pickup. I don't know if any of you guys would ever be interested, but it's just about guys hitting on girls, basically, and they have like programs for guys to get girls. My brother actually has a program like that too, which I roll my eyes at, but because I think there's like some formula to it, and maybe there is, but it's just a weird industry to be in. No shame or anything, but just having my brother be all in it, I was just like, okay, do your thing. I just don't want to hear about it. It's all about, you know, how to get laid and stuff like that. But anyways, guys approaching girls, like in this channel that I don't watch anymore, but they would talk about how they used to be so afraid of going up to girls. They would be really self-conscious, and the only way that they got better at it was being goofy and doing it over and over and over again and facing rejection. And that's kind of like a key to life. You just kind of have to keep on going and practicing and getting rejected and handling it better and learning more, and that is how you'll improve and learn new things. And my friend is actually at a new job where she's working with a lingerie company, and she's using this new program she doesn't know how to use, and she's doing the product development, which she's never really done, even though she's taking a course on it. And it's very challenging for her right now, but I know that she's going to learn so much, and in a few months it'll just be very routine and she'll know how to do it. And I was kind of telling her, like, yeah, at one point everything used to be a challenge. And before her current job, she used to work at a showroom, and she was also experiencing challenges and stress there, and then it became really easy for her, and she became like the best at her job. And I was like, dude, you can do this. Like, everything is new at one point. But anyways, a little motivational talk for the day. And honestly, I was thinking about what my ideal situation would be. I like to fantasize, I do daydream a lot, and I just want to be delicate to people and be kind to people and give them the love that they need. And my ideal job, if I didn't have to worry about money or working, I would spend my entire day doing good deeds for people and helping people in any way that they needed, whether that be spiritual advice, whether it be a pep talk, whether it be me hanging up a picture frame from them, or even carrying their groceries home, like babysitting their kids. Like, I just wish that I could go around and be like, yo, what does anyone need today? How can I help anyone out today? And just go and do that thing without having to worry about money. Like, I would just love spending my time helping others in the smallest or biggest ways, you know? I just think everyone needs a helping hand, and I love children too. Like, I would love to babysit kids. I'm actually always open to nannying or babysitting jobs because I just freaking love children. They can be a handful, but they're just so imaginative, and I love spending time with them. And anytime I see kids, I'm just like, oh my god. Same thing with like animals too, though. Like, I'll see dogs walking on the street and I won't even look at the owners. 10% battery, bitch. I won't even look at the owners. I'll just look at their dogs and smile and like fall in love with their dog. Literally like stare at it as I walk away, because some dogs are so cute and I connect with them. I feel like I feel their dog's energy. And anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. I kind of would like to be the Nanny McPhee of good deeds. Like, I just show up when you need me. Or maybe I show up when you don't know that you need me, and then I disappear. Actually, no, I can't do the same thing as her. But if you've ever seen Nanny McPhee, then she basically shows up to babysit these kids when they're really bad, really misbehaving, and they don't want her to be there. And then when they become respectful and responsible and well-behaved, she leaves because she's no longer needed. And she also becomes more and more beautiful throughout her journey. Like in the beginning, she has like crooked teeth and a big mole and a unibrow or something like that. And as they become more well-behaved, those things start to disappear. And I feel like there's a similarity with happiness and spreading love and joy, even though completely different things. Like, happiness does not decrease by being shared, and spreading happiness and love only makes you more happy and positive and beautiful from the inside out. Even if you're at school or working a job in retail or fast food industry, like I feel like there's just always a way that you can spread love or be in the mindset of love and realize that what you're doing is just a stepping stone to get to where you want to be. And that can motivate you and make you happy, realizing that, okay, this is bringing me closer to my goal. And if you have a goal, everything that you do should align with that goal. And so if it's working, if it's going to school for 4 years, even though it might sound shitty or not exactly what you want to be doing, you can still be in a mind frame of love, I think. I don't know. That's why I don't mind working in restaurants or in retail jobs as sales associates, because I can still make people happy and that makes me feel good. Sometimes when I think about needing to go to the hospital or when I don't feel stable, I think about Cassie from Skins. She like tries to kill herself and she ends up in a mental hospital where they're outside in the grass and people are like hula hooping and like have scarves that they're flailing around, and people are just doing random circusy things, and they have cats, and it's just beautiful and everyone's having a good time. The only time I would ever go back to a mental hospital is if it were like that and I could be outside in nature. But then I also think like that is another place that could be my happy place. Like I want to have a group or a program where I can be outside with people, other people who are healing or other people who have anxious tendencies or depression. We could all just go there and flail around and dance and play with cute animals and pets. Like that would be so good for so many people, and that's just another like little vision that I have that would be so awesome to fulfill, and just have my own little wellness camp or something and have it be free, and we just all do activities together like painting classes, yoga, hanging out with animals, going to an animal sanctuary, and just spending so much time outside. Because when I think about what I need when I'm unstable, it is the following, like what I just said, and so I just have to give it to myself, you know? I was seriously thinking about admitting myself to a hospital, and I was like, wait, no, like all these hospitals are so shitty. And then I just kept thinking, okay, you just have to give yourself what you would want to get out of a mental hospital and get a new psychotherapist. So yeah, I just started painting more, I started going outside more, and I am still looking for a new therapist. I still have a lot of tasks to do and I want to work out later, so hope you liked this video. I know it's kind of random, and I hope that you can find some peace today in any way. I know depression is hard and anxiety is hard, but there's nothing more worth it than working through those problems and working towards loving yourself. There are so many reasons why you should be here and why you deserve to be here and why you shouldn't give up. And I just feel like happiness is right around the corner for so many of us. We just don't see it yet, or we're not patient enough to receive it. But I just believe in all of you so much, and I hope that you believe in yourselves, and I'm working on believing in and loving myself too, and I just love you so much. So that's all I gotta say. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.